Well, it really came from a simple idea that we wanted to reach the audience where they were, to sort of fish where the fish are, because the audience, as you know from broadcast, seemed to be disappearing in the mid-2000s, and I started thinking, well, they seem to be on the internet, and they seem to be on their mobile phones, and they seem to be in their email boxes, so let's go there and tell story. And so the whole idea of building a transmedia world around Heroes was really the idea of trying to reach the audience that was out there, and so it came from a very logical kind of place. And in terms of the last couple of years, it's grown from a really simple idea. We had one or two ideas at the very beginning to tell a couple of stories alongside of the show, online comic books, do a few websites, but then we married up with NBC.com, who were fantastic partners for us, very open to us experimenting and doing as many things as we wanted. They had incredible ideas, and we just together built this huge online world, and people, sure enough, came to it in droves. One of the problems with transmedia storytelling is it's incredibly time-consuming for the show itself and for us who are the manpower and expensive. And one of the secrets of creating enough content is to allow the users to be as involved as possible. So you give them a chance to participate, you give them a chance to take content and mash it up, do what they want to do with it. And that seems to be, I think, a real that's a secret recipe, I think, for longevity in transmedia, is having as much audience, user-generated content as possible.
Zaira! You.
In the explosive Heroes Season 1 finale, Hiro Nakamura came face-to-face with his very own hero, Takezo Kensei, introducing viewers to Season 2, Generations. In the off-season and beyond, the Heroes saga continues online. Exclusive online content picks up the story where the show leaves off. In keeping with Season 2 Generations theme, original Heroes graphic novels explore the legacy of on-air characters like the Haitian, Mohinder, Elle, Claire, Matt Parkman, and the Petrelli brothers. Implementing cutting-edge technology, the weekly graphic novels were presented as animated multimedia experiences to be viewed online and on cell phones. Over the summer, the cast and creators of Heroes traveled the globe in anticipation of the series' international premiere. NBC.com covered the Heroes World Tour with photos, videos, and blogs from live events.
Enough fun for one day?
Expanding upon the success of the Emmy-nominated Heroes 360, NBC.com launched Heroes Evolutions, the immersive digital portal for Heroes fans. Users register to become part of the burgeoning Heroes online community and receive emails, phone calls, and text updates from on-air characters. YamagadoFellowship.org launched in an effort to preserve the legacy of history's greatest heroes. In a 5-part original online documentary, fans experienced the Takezo Kensei myths, retold in a unique 3D style, along with expert commentary.
Kensei was destined to draw the sacred sword to unify his country.
These web-only documentaries paved the way for Kensei's on-air debut in Season 2. Meanwhile, Mohinder Suresh kicked off a dream study on his popular Activating Evolution website. Fans were invited to post their own dreams, some of which became original Heroes graphic novels. In addition to Heroes Evolutions, thousands of pages of content can be found at NBC.com's Heroes website. Fans can watch full episodes with simultaneous commentary from the show's cast and creators. The two-screen experience also allows users to interact with the show during broadcast and test their knowledge against the online community with polls and trivia. Fans are invited to submit their own artwork to the online art gallery and create their own video mashups. The online audience pitched in to create and choose their very own hero, slated to appear in original online webisodes. Heroes, widgets, and embedded news updates are now available for users to personalize their own websites, blogs, and online profiles. With original online stories that impact and extend on-air broadcasts, unique web and mobile features, and countless ways for fans to interact, Heroes on NBC.com offers the most innovative and immersive interactive TV experience on the web.
Right now, it's a combination of marketing and promotional money from NBC and ad-supported sponsor. So, in other words, we did a very big sponsorship this year with Sprint. We've done, obviously, had a long relationship with Nissan, and they sponsor a lot of the online content. However, the promotional and marketing aspect of this is huge. And so in some ways we have a bit more luxury than a lot of online content in that we don't necessarily have to monetize everything we do, because it is really about marketing not only the show and promoting the show, but marketing NBC.com and by extension all of their other shows. So we have sort of dodged a little bit of the bullet of having to monetize and justify how we're going to pay for all of this stuff. I think in the future, as you mentioned, that microtransactional back end, I think is going to be very important. And with the rise of social gaming, if you look at the absolute steep sort of hockey stick that we are on in terms of social gaming, I think that that's a huge opportunity for a show like Heroes that has a social component to the way people watch the show, guessing and predicting and trying to solve clues together, and then having to have to sort of purchase their way to further levels of gaming is definitely a really viable and interesting idea for us. We've partnered with Nokia. They've been an incredible partner for me as a storyteller, and I am fascinated by the idea of mobile and the idea of extending content in the mobile space, because you have this device that goes with you wherever you go, that knows who all your friends are, that knows where you are, and then has this world of applications that can allow you to interact with your world around you. So we are creating a large immersive mobile experience where you can actually take part in the story and become a part of the story. And the backdrop for the story is your world. So it's like living in a virtual backlot for a movie. The idea of having this device in your hand that you can dive not only into written content, but internet, video, it will obviously, like a mobile device, knows where you are and knows where your friends are and all of that. But I've recently gotten to play with one of them. They're so beautiful, and the content, the actual video content is so beautiful. Just the experience of reading a book that I think is going to open up an entire new type of book, a transmedia book, where you're not only reading it, but you are hyperlinking to various sites and to various content that will be produced alternatively or as an extension of the book. I think it's just hugely exciting. I have a book coming out this summer, and we are trying to play with the idea of a transmedia component to the book where you get extra content, online content, and sort of interact with characters who are sort of around the universe of the book. It's a historical thriller with a kind of conspiracy theory vibe to it, and it launches on August 10th of this summer. And I'm going to be talking about it at Comic-Con. I'm actually going to Comic-Con for an event for the book published by Crown, and so you'll start to hear about it fairly soon, I hope. I got to tell you, I don't mind is difficult for me, and I also am really passionate about staying relevant to all the changes that are going on. I mean, it feels like that river could wash over you and leave you in the dust if you don't try and sort of stay up with everything. And so I'm kind of driven by that idea.